Okay, I'm going to mute myself. And Monica, you go ahead and come off mute and you take us there, girl.
All right, great. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Super excited it's the weekend. So I'm going to start just by sharing just a little bit about my own personal journey. So when I started program August 1st of just this past year, I was super frustrated. High blood pressure, crazy amounts of inflammatory, just sleep apnea, just miserable. But really what was the catalyst is I spent the month of June in Florida with my grandbabies. And I found that as a 51-year-old grandma, I was on the sidelines. I could not go and run and do and have all the fun. And I said, this is not going to work for me. It's just can't be. I said, something's got to change. And as you all, I'm sure, have experienced, a friend was sharing their story on social media. And I'm like, tell me the details. I need that in my life. So now fast forward a few months and this is what I'm super excited about. So my current reality, one day this week, I forgot which day it was, but one day this week, I had a cardiologist appointment. And you guys, this girl right here, insert disclaimer, this girl right here is officially on 0 prescription medications. They are all gone from my life. But I've gotten rid of some things, but those things that I've brought in last month in March, I made a quick trip. Thank you, Optavia, for that money. I made a quick trip to Florida and took those grandbabies to their very first concert and stood and sung and danced and didn't sit my hiney down one single time through that whole thing. Huge difference from last June to this March. Incredible. And now I'm looking forward to even more. I have my daughter who's like, Mama, let's go skydiving. Mama, let's do this. Hey, we got it. And y'all, I'm planning for my first 5K. So looking forward to bigger and better things as well. So excited. But that's enough about me. This has to be interactive. I am an educator by nature, and cooperative learning is super important to me. I hate sit and get. It doesn't work for me. I don't enjoy being on the receiving end of it. So I want you guys to get involved. And here's the first thing I want you to do in the chat. If you are new to program, if this is all pretty fresh to you, if you're still figuring out, put a 1 in the chat. If it's all still pretty new to you. All right, I want to get everybody involved. And my numbers are going to sound kind of funny, but there's a reason for it. All right. If you are, here come those ones. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I could not be more excited for you, but I'm not leaving anybody out. If you're in the thick of it like me, right? You're figuring out those habits. You are moving along on your journey, but you're still kind of in the thick of it. Put a 40. 40, a 40 in the chat if you're still in the thick of it and doing all the things to learn those habits. I bet I'm going to see a ton of 40s pop up here. 40, let's go. All right, one more chunk. If you are optimizing your health and working towards longevity, you've reached that plane and you are still climbing towards longevity. Optimization, I need a 100. Let's see, who's in that hundreds club? Yes, y'all. First of all, I'm super excited that we have this amazing mix of people and where they are in their journeys. Now, I'm going to reference into the book here for you a little bit. You ones, okay? Those of you who put a 1 in the chat, be ready. Somebody be ready to be vulnerable and share, because I'm looking for superheroes. Every single one of us are exactly that in our own journey. We are the superheroes of our journey, our story. So, and those of you who are in the ones, I kind of think that you're wondering what's possible for you. You're wondering why those of us who are in the thick of it and have reached optimization are so stinking excited about this. And you might be wondering how those around you in this community have found that success. All right. Somebodies who put a 1 in the chat. I would love for you to come off mute, raise your hand or just come off mute and tell me what you're wondering. Let's hear it. Be brave. Find that superhero strength. You can do it. Y'all don't leave me hanging. If you're struggling and you can't find that reaction button to raise your hand, I'm okay. Just turn that mute button off and tell me what's going on in your mind. What are you wondering as you're starting and approaching and just in the beginnings of this journey? My superhero is at. All right, 40s, tell me what you were wondering when you started your journey. Set that example for our wondrous winners. Send, there's my girl. Let's hear from you.
Can you hear me? Because I did a defrag on the computer and yesterday it was spazzing out. So hopefully today we don't lose connection. When I first started program, I wondered a lot of things. I wondered, like, is my stomach going to hurt like this forever? Because if it is, I'm done. And 3 days in, I was like, oh, thank you, God. But I wondered things like, how long is it going to take me to reach like the ultimate goal? How long am I going to take to start sleeping better, feeling better, getting my blood sugar under control? Being able to run and not feel like my knees are going to kill me or I'm going to pass out in the street, when I'm training for my next marathon. And there's a significant gap between the last marathon I ran and the next one I'm training for. The last marathon I ran, I literally thought I was going to die on the course because I was so heavy and so sluggish and so out of shape, and my fatty liver and A1C all over the place, and I couldn't get my blood sugar under control. And now I have this clarity of mind and body where I feel like I'm going to make it. But the things that I wondered were like, how is this program going to benefit me toward that optimal health, toward getting my A1C under control and my blood sugar leveled out and my fatty liver under control and all of the medications that I was taking. Y'all, I took 15 pills a day and now I'm down to 5. So 5.
That's
5.
Yeah, I know what that's all alike, girl. Amazing.
Am I going to sleep through the night? Am I going to wake up rested instead of wake up feeling like I just want to go back to bed and I don't want to do anything all day and I don't want to keep my house and I don't want to do the laundry and I don't want to feed the dog and I wondered a lot of things, so I could babble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn
Allison, thank you. If you put a 1 in the chat earlier and you have wondered any of these things, throw a 2 in the chat. Let us know, because guarantee you things that Allison wondered, some of you are wondering as well. I want to turn your attention into the book for just a minute, because Allison said, I wonder how long this is going to take. Lifetime. That's what we're here for. We are in it for the long haul, the longer haul as we move into longevity. So if you look on page 478, I kind of think about these levels that I put in, the 1 and the 40 and the hundreds, as part 1 in the Habits of Health book. If you look on 478, it says that part 1, you learn, we are taught, compliments of Dr. A, why, how, and what we need in order to build that transformational life, all at our own pace. So yay for our wondrous winners. I'm going to shift my attention a little bit to, remember we said the 40s? All right, here it comes. More of that play on words, okay? I look at those of us who are in the thick of it, those 40s, that we are fortifying, ha ha ha. We are fortifying our journey with those macro habit rocks. We are learning how to put those rocks into that jar and securing their permanence there, fortifying it, securing the permanence with those primary and secondary habits, and even those micro habits. The micro habits are like the cement that pulls it all together. So our fortifying friends, look to page 478, kind of near the top where it talks about part 2, because it's like the part 2, right? So we are placing each of these foundational bedrocks on our path for our long-term success. So good. So somebody in that, our fortifying friends, somebody put a 40 in the chat, come off mute and tell us how any combination of those macro habits or those primary and secondary habits, or even those micro habits, those daily little bitty things that we do that cements it all together. Tell us how that is working for you in your life. Fortifying friends. Come on, my superheroes. Let's hear from you. Listen, I'm not afraid of silence. I'm a teacher. I can wait you out. You don't want sit and get, I promise you. Come on, 40s. Let's hear your story. How are you fortifying your journey?
Okay, I'll go.
Yes, Michelle. Let's hear you.
You know, for me, the biggest thing is mindfulness and preparation. Like planning out my week. I'm a teacher too. So I was feeling your pain that no one was talking to you. I have a whole class like that. Anyways, but just keeping my mindset on why am I doing this? What is the bigger purpose? It's not just to lose weight. It's also to get healthy, be more in charge over my health. And and that mindfulness needs to be led into being prepared, because I make mistakes when when my meal plan hasn't been laid out and I know exactly what I'm eating. So I'm kind of I put in a 40 because I'm really at 100, but I'm having to come back to reinstating some of those micro habits. All right. Have a good day.
That's awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Love, love, love that. What I heard from you is the bigger picture. That's what this section is about, is seeing how all of these things connect together to get to the big picture of longevity, of being able to be that dominant force in our life, have that mindfulness, put those habits and practices into place. And just like you said, guess what? It's all interconnected. So if we have to come back and take a piece from here to continue to move forward to that longevity, that's exactly what we can and should do. Love that. What a great share. Thank you. Thank you. You guys really are superstars. You're awesome. All right, so let's look to, I want to look to the book for a little bit. If you will look on page, let's go to 481. So on 481, I think it's interesting. There's a whole section there that's called the 3 eras of medicine. It's right smack dab there in the middle of the page. So, and Dr. A talks about these eras, and I kind of associate them with our journeys, kind of our before and our during and our what's coming journeys. So the early era of medicine is like from the beginning, when medicine first started to exist, and we were finding berries that helped soothe our stomachs or whatever, up to about the 1950s. And during that chunk of time, there was a focus on battling infectious disease and just sheer staying alive, right? I don't know about you, I can so relate to that in my before journey. I'm just trying to hang in there. I'm just trying to be able to walk, just literally put one foot in front of the other and get that 2 blocks to the play area with my grandkids. I'm just trying to survive here. All right. So era 1 of medicine. Era 2, about the 1950s, when some medical advances happened, we were able to get rid of horrible things like typhoid and smallpox and those types of things. So from about the 50s up until about today, we've been in that second stage of medicine where there's been a lot of research into managing chronic diseases, right? So that we can continue to live longer, expand our time. So in the last 75 years or so, I feel like that's kind of represents where I am now, right? So I've been figuring out how to start building health in order to push aside, change that chronic disease, right? So I feel like we're kind of there. But then right now is the time where we are making a shift. Not just us personally, but the field of medicine is ready. It's the right timing to make the shift into creating health instead of fixing disease, toward creation of health. And guess what? How amazing is it that every single one of us here, we're a part of that? Think about that for a minute. We are a part of that movement into the 3rd era of medicine, into the 3rd era of health, where we are learning to create health and share that with the world. Crazy, mind-blown moment that we can be part of that. So, all right. We have yet to hear from, and this whole section is about longevity. It's about what comes beyond optimization. We have yet to hear from the 100 Club, right? I don't know about you, but I am ready to hear what these people have to say, because they're doing the things, they're tweaking their energy plan, they're learning to eat less, they are learning how to transition into leaner muscle and lower calorie expenditure. I'm not even sure I understand that yet. So I need to hear from the 100s Club. Tell us what it's like. Tell us, connect those dots for us. Who's got me?
I'll go.
Yay, Sheila, thank you.
Sorry, I couldn't find my hand. All right, so first of all, August 1st is my birthday and Tim Richards' birthday. I didn't know that was your first day. I just love watching you, your journey and when you host. So thank you for that. So let's see, 18 months ago, I just wanted to learn how to eat. And I didn't have a huge amount of weight to lose, but I lost 20 pounds of fat in 2 months. And more importantly, I've unbecome so much, helped a lot of people. I had no intention to coach, but I have Rachel as my coach. So she really opened my eyes to see what's possible. And my only regret is not getting in my book sooner, because when it was time to transition, I was like, what's TEE? But now I understand it all. And so, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like, we're always going to eat 6 times forever. What's funny is losing 10 pounds, losing 20 pounds, I went down 4 sizes. I'm still down 4 sizes, but now I weigh more than when I started because I actually put 25 pounds of muscles on. So it's crazy, but always eat 6 times a day. Pay attention in your books. We're always going to be eating 6 times a day. Keep those timers set. Find something you like to do. Exercise is, a gift. It shouldn't be a punishment. I don't know. I'm loving it. I'm loving helping people, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I don't know where I would be. I'd be miserable. I know that. So that's all I got.
Sheila, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What a great share. So what I heard from you was, the two takeaways I heard from you was opening my eyes, right? Seeing what's really possible, what's out there, what's even beyond optimal health. What are we heading towards? And the takeaway I got from it was get in the books now. Don't wait, get in there now. And so that is what I personally am going to take away from it. I have I have to build that habit. I built so many wonderful habits. I have to make that one consistent. So I thank you for that. And on behalf of probably several other people here who would like to be able to express that, thank you, thank you. All right, this is what I'm going to leave you with before we head into our question and answer, a couple minutes there. If you look on page 483, near the top, and I'm going to actually read this little chunk to you because it really stands out to me. It's within the second paragraph there. The adjustments you need to make in order to live longer and healthier are well within your reach. In fact, the very principles and practices of longevity are embedded in the habits of health. It's the only scientifically validated, safe method of life extension. And it's on the very cutting edge of the practice of longevity. It simply takes the daily choices you're making right now for optimal health and well-being and refines them a bit. You guys, you are currently, even if you are at the very, very infant stage of your journey here, you are currently already laying the foundation, making the path, creating that GPS, if you will, toward longevity. I couldn't be more excited about that. All right. Any questions? We got an amazing group of coaches on here with me. So we will hop in and answer the questions you have. Jamie, help me out. We got about 5 minutes.
Yep, 5 minutes.
Yep. That's my fueling alarm. Sorry about that. All right, what questions do we have? In the chat, I have not been watching it.
I haven't seen any questions in the chat. It would be kind of cool though in the chat to have everyone kind of put how long they've been on program and what, like that could kind of help get some questions going maybe. Because we're all at different stages.
That's a great idea. I love it.
18 months. Nice, 1 month.
Yeah. Way to go, iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, the 1 month stage is I remember that stage. It's pretty cool because you've kind of gotten into the habit. Like week 1, you're just so excited about it. Week 2, you're like, okay. And 3, you just feel like you're doing the same old stuff. But by week 4, it's pretty cool because you really get to see a whole month of sleeping well and losing inches and weight and, all the cool habits that come along with that. 7 months, you're really in it by then.
1 week. Ooh, what questions do you
Nice.
have, SAF family? You got any? I know you got to be feeling great right about now. I remember that 1 weekend and you're like, yeah, baby fat burn.
Yes, it's such a cool feeling to do your first weigh in and be like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that was possible. Wow, 58 pounds down, Raymond. That's awesome. That was fast. 52 pounds, Debbie. Awesome.
Love it.
113 pounds, Stacy. That's incredible. And look at you 3 years in and you're doing it, girl. I love that.
So I'm going to give one more question to the chat. Give me a 200 if you can see the connection between the three kind of stages that I laid out here, right? The connection between when you're at the very beginning to when you're at the thick of it to when you are moving towards that longevity. Show me that 200 if you can see how what you're learning here at the beginning and you're practicing all along the way is going to lay that path for you to achieve longevity. 200 in the chat for that little nugget of goodness.
I love what Allison said in the chat about I lost this, but I gained this. So this program is not all about weight loss, is it? It's about what we gain, and what we gain, I believe, outweighs what we lose. So very cool.
I'm going to wrap us up with a challenge. All right, you guys, every one of you here has a coach, all of you. Unless you're a guest, which means you should have a coach soon. So I want you to go back into your threads, into your conversations with your coach, and I want you to share how you see those progressions. How do you see those connections? You put that 200 in the chat. How do you see the connection between where you are now and where you're going to be in the future? And because this one's important to me, dream. Share with them what your dream for longevity looks like. What kind of memories are you going to be making? Y'all, 52 years old, I'm going to be making jumping out of airplanes with my, not my grandchildren, but my great-grandchildren. I'm going to be ziplining. I'm going to be taking cruises. I'm going to be going to concerts. Those are the memories. I'm not going to be sitting, oh my gosh. It wants me to eat. I'm not going to be sitting, I'm not going to be sitting in a nursing home having them come visit me. That's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be out living life, making memories with those kiddos. All right. So you guys share that with your coach. What memories are you going to be making, and how do you see the connection between where you are now and how you're going to get there? I want to thank you all for coming along on this with me, for giving me an opportunity, y'all. There's a reason Jamie's doing the technical side of this, because I can't even keep my light on. Thank you for coming along with me. Thank you for the shares, and just go out and be the superheroes of your own journey. We're so proud of you.
Monica, thank you and good job. And y'all have a great day, okay? See you next Saturday on Book Club.
Bye, everyone.